Hey. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2. We're actually getting relatively near to the end, which really just struck me. We are getting to the big conflict of the game, at least of the third act. This Mage-Templar conflict is getting close to coming to a head between the mages and the Templars, and, of course, all of the partisans on either side, and, of course, our dear champion Hawke, standing between everyone and screaming for everyone to shut up and calm down, as one does. Anyway, let's see how this can go. We do still have a couple of companion quests we need to do. Certainly, at least Fenris. I know we didn't do Fenris's quest. I think we did everyone else, but I'm not completely sure of that. So, we're gonna need to check on that. Oh, that's right. We were in the middle of this this weird conspiracy between mage conspiracy type thing. That's right. Wait, we just... What in the world? Oh no, we just came through there. Okay, we're going this way. Anyway. Hi, Kevin. Kevin says, woo! Thank God for the stream. Oasis of sanity and wholesome content. I do the best I can when it comes to that. Can I not go through here? Is there something down there? I don't trust that. Anyway, yeah, it's, storage. Yeah. New quest. What? Oh, okay, that's for Isabella. I gotta talk to Varric. I gotta talk to Sebastian. Okay. Yeah, I gotta say as well, it's been a heck of a few days.
Should have let the Canary take over.
Hey, no. Gotta say the whole Rittenhouse trial has been it's been quite the mess with everything going on. I at least had the pleasant fortune of having class outside today for the most part. Of course, I also managed to goof that up a little bit. In the one case, so I had 3 classes. My first class we had outside, all fine. Everything went perfectly well. Everything all very pleasant and nice. The second class, I think the term would be I pussied out because the weather said it was going to rain and it was all very cloudy and such. So I figured, you know what, I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to go inside. And then of course, naturally, as always happens, not a drop of rain.
No, not him. I can't do this.
To arms!
That's a lot of Templars. Oh, geez, guys. Okay, all right. I'm gonna continue talking about this while I light some incense, instead of blowing these guys up. At least not yet. In any case, as I was saying, my second class, I brought back inside. I had my second class inside because, again, the weather report said it was going to rain, and it was looking pretty plausible. Everything was all, like, overcast and rainy looking, and so I figured, you know what, I don't want to get rained on in class. So, naturally, I moved the class inside, of course, doing the what I thought was the reasonable, smart, maybe cautious kind of thing. And I watched out the window for the entire class, and there was not a drop of rain the whole time. Felt like an idiot. So I doubled down in my third class, and we had class outside, like I was planning to, and like everybody wanted to. Everyone wanted to, by the way. This was a pretty much universal agreement that everybody wanted to have class outside because it was such a nice day out, and everyone's tired of being cooped up indoors for the last 2 years. So we had class outside. Like 10 minutes in, it starts to drizzle, and it's this continuous, very, very slight rain. Very, very slight rain. The entire class. So much so that it's too slight for anyone to actually give in and say, hey, let's get some shelter, but it was enough so that it was getting on our books and computers and stuff. So it was slightly annoying. But I think it was worth it. I think everyone agreed. I think everyone thought it was worth it, probably. I hope, because no one said not to. Nobody said to go inside, so nobody let us in, or even under an overhang or something. So it wasn't. I guess it wasn't too bad. I didn't mind too much. I'm a Floridian. I don't mind a little rain. But my foolishness led to bringing the wrong class inside. Whatever. What are you gonna do? It was fine. It was a good day. It was a nice day. It was some good class stuff as well. Talking about Anselm. Anselm's 3 philosophical dialogues, some of which is really some of my favorite prose philosophy, or philosophy in general, in history. If you have not read any of Anselm's philosophical dialogues, I very, very highly recommend all of them. There's, as the title would indicate, there are 3 of them. Is the game too loud? Am I getting drowned out here? I might be. Hold on. Hang on a sec. Whoop. Turn me up a little. That's better. Feels like I'm being drowned out a bit. Anyway, okay. So, anyway, it was, it was a good day talking about some really good material, Like I said, if you haven't read Anselm's philosophical dialogues on truth, on freedom of choice, and on the fall of the devil, then you've missed out on some of the best and I would say most important scholastic philosophy, or philosophy in general. I would say certainly of the period. I would go so far as to say ever. But that's because I'm, first of all, a big fan of the period. I'm a big scholastic guy. Also, though, a big Anselm guy. But also this, in particular, I think is spectacularly good. I think that's all of them. Anyway, it was a good class. It's a good series of classes. If you're not familiar with Anselm's philosophical dialogues, I have some recorded lectures on some of them. I have my classroom lectures on freedom of choice, which is the second of the two, which is the one we talked about this week. And I also have a particular, a single lecture, which is about On the Fall of the Devil, and it relates it to Star Wars and Force Ghosts and dabbing on Sith, just like God dabs on the devil. That's gotta be some, that statement there, that statement I just said, I feel like I need to apologize to God for saying that. There's no way that's not at least a little blasphemous.
I told them not to do it, I swear. If I knew you were the one they were talking about, I'd have warned you.
Anyway, it's the part where
kidnapping, not after what I went through.
So Kevin says I'm not sure if it's on my end or not, but every once in a while I get about 10 to 15 seconds behind or it freezes on me, especially during big battles. To me, I'll cope. I just wanted to get your take. I'll keep an eye on it, but I'm not seeing any drop frames or anything. I'll make sure. I'll keep an eye on that as we go forward. It might be your connection, because it looks okay on my end, but I will keep an eye on that. Thanks for letting me know.
Didn't I save your life?
You did. Believe me. I still dream about those blood mages. I don't know where I'd be without you. I'd never have let them kidnap anyone I knew was one of yours.
One of ours, huh? Yeah, when in doubt, like double speed or something. Go free to catch up that way. It's always how you can do it if you need a pee break or whatever as well.
What are you talking about?
They said someone was spying. We needed leverage. Someone they cared about. As a hostage.
Oh.
We just got word they took some lad from the Grey Wardens.
Just tell me where they went. I can't waste any time.
They left for the ruins on the Wounded Coast. We have a kind of base there. They should have just talked to you. I know you're a reasonable person. You have to see how dangerous Meredith is. Thrask says Meredith will cause open war with the mages if she stays in charge. We have to take her down.
So in order to show how dangerous Meredith is, you presumably, so what it seems like, is you kidnap my brother and attack me? I know Meredith's dangerous. You don't need to do this. Calm down, buddy.
Is this whole thing to oust the Knight Commander?
She needs to go, don't you see? We need a real Viscount and Templars who protect mages, not massacre them.
You're right.
Just look what Thrask accomplished. Mages and Templars working together. Isn't that what we all want?
Well, yes.
Is Thrask the one running this conspiracy?
He's the one who brought us together. For 6 years, he's been working, one mage, one Templar at a time, teaching us we don't have to hate each other. He showed us Meredith isn't the only way.
I'm not your enemy in this. I think Meredith is a dangerous zealot.
Then talk to Thrask. He would welcome your aid. I promise you, Meredith is the only one we're trying to harm. I'll go back to Masha's. Please, don't tell Meredith about me. It would kill Masha if I got in trouble.
It might kill you if Meredith finds out, because she might kill you. So, having saved your life, I don't want to throw it away now, so... Yeah. That was the guy we saved from being kidnapped by a bunch of blood mages who were trying to infest him with a demon. If you recall. From, like, Act 2, I think. Might have even been... Excuse me, might have even been Act 1. It was a while ago. Alright. Ooh. Take it that was for Anders. I'm not sure. Oh my gosh. Excuse the hiccuping. I'm very sorry. Oh, it's back. It's going with a vengeance. I don't know if you're hearing this. I apologize if you are. Oh my gosh. All right. The part about the Star Wars related one is the oh my gosh, there we go again. I am so sorry. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's the part where Anselm explains how it is. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. The part where Anselm explains how it is that Satan fell, and how it is that Satan is eternally damned, most importantly. And he points out that it is, again, just like it is with human beings, it is not God condemning Satan to hell. But oh gosh, excuse me. But more so, God tricking or playing Satan into eternally damning himself to hell. Excuse me. I need to do something about this. Which is really just there's a great little line on from Anselm that nothing could be more just or more beautiful than this. that God eternally damns, eternally tricks Satan into damning himself for all eternity. I just love that. There's a great little line about this, that nothing could be more just or more beautiful. This is silly. I'm so sorry. Ridiculous hiccuping aside, I couldn't agree more. I do think that it is absolutely just and beautiful, this point that it isn't really even God damning Satan so much as it is Satan eternally choosing his own damnation because of his initial choice, which left him no choice for salvation. It left him no pathway to salvation, even despite, even if, say, the Orthodox were correct about Christ's sacrifice applying to angels, things like apokatastasis and stuff like that. I'm getting taller. Oh, great, thanks. I don't know if it's worth the hiccuping. I'm already kind of tall, you know, I'm like 6'1". I don't think I need to hiccup myself any taller. Jeez. Anyway, Kevin said, I don't know what it was about today, but I had a 3-pronged attack from LGTV, Universalists, and Branch Covidians. Were it not for God's grace and my innate strength of will, I might have despaired. Well, thank God. Amen. Yeah, it's a turbulent time, and it's not like it hasn't been a turbulent time for a great long time. I'm going to try that technique. Alright, well, let's see if that works. I do have a great deal of experience in terms of, let's say breath control, broadly speaking, just due to, from woodwind and brass instruments, just being a musician. I have a good deal of experience doing breath control exercises like that, so hopefully it does aid it does help solve the problem. Thank you. Hopefully. I hope it works. Thanks for the tip. No, get away from Meryl. No. Smash you. Alright, it seems to be working. Okay, got them all. Ooh, alright. Anyway. So basically, the short version of the of Anselm's Arc. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to read you the short version because the long version is not actually that long. So I'll just actually take out the book and read part of this as I wander about, because this is the book, by the way. It's fantastic. You're right, it could be psychosomatic. It could be, honestly, it could just be bubbles. It could be bubbles. I'm having another night owl. This is one of those pumpkin beers. It's a pumpkin ale. It's very good. It's a good one. It could have just swallowed air, and that could be what's doing it. I think that's probably what's doing it. Or what was doing it. I think your technique did help. The evacuate your lungs thing. So, thank you. Thanks, Kevin. That was surprisingly helpful. I find that most hiccup hiccup getting rid of tricks don't always tend to be very effective. So I'm glad to see that one was. So this line, if I can find it, I have my little marginal notations in this. This is my own copy of the book. This is where I have the part where, right here, I have it underlined with a couple of exclamation points. Where it says nothing could be more just and more beautiful than this. All right, so he says, so the good angels willed the justice that they had, rather than that additional something which they didn't have. So they willed justice over, the option of gaining some additional advantage that they otherwise might have had. As far as their own will was concerned, they lost that good, as it were, for the sake of justice, but they received it as a reward for justice. And they remained forever in secure possession of what they had. So what this means is that God offered the angels a choice at the primal moment of their creation. They could choose between obeying God and foregoing some additional good, or pursuing this additional good in disobedience to God. And if they chose to disobey God, then, of course, they would lose everything that they had, because everything they have comes from God. All of their being, their entire being comes from God. And they would also, of course, not get this additional thing, whatever it is, because God didn't grant it to them. They can't get it of their own accord, of their own will, through their own power, despite choosing it, attempting to choose it. Okay. And so the good angels, those who obey God by foregoing this extra good, are given this extra good as a reward, which is, it's implied to be steadfastness in virtue. The ability to retain rectitude of the will, in other words, justice. The ability to be free from sin, in other words. So he continues, hence, they have progressed so far that they have attained everything they could will, and they no longer see what more they could will. Because of this, they are unable to sin. In other words, there's nothing they could will that they do not already possess. There's nothing they could will for selfish reasons, in other words. Everything they could will, they already have. They have as a gift from God. So, cool, right? Good so far. By contrast, the evil angels that willed that additional something which God did not yet give to them, will to give to them, rather than willing to remain steadfast in the justice of which they were created, by the judgment of that very justice, not only failed utterly to obtain that on account of which they scorned justice. In other words, they didn't get the thing they were trying to get, because they couldn't get it on their own, of course. But also lost the good they had, because all of the good they had was directly from God, their very being, and all of that, right? Like I was saying. Therefore, the angels are distinguished in the following way. Those who cleave to justice, who can will no good that they do not already enjoy, and those who abandon justice and will no good that they do not lack. In other words, every choice that the devil can possibly make could only be for advantage. Even if the devil willed repentance, it would be and could be only for the sake of regaining what he had lost. And so the devil cannot repent of his sin. It is metaphysically impossible. And he can only ever will for the sake of his own advantage, contrary to the justice of God. And so the devil, continuously and for all eternity, chooses his own damnation. He wills his own damnation against the will of God, forever and ever. Amen. Isn't that the most beautiful thing? Anyway, the video I did on this, which, again, I'll link in the description if you haven't seen it, is the one about Force Ghosts. Force Ghosts and the Fall of the Devil, I think it's called, something like that. Where I relate this to the distinction between Jedi and Sith, which is that, in of course, very Christian terms, the Jedi are able to transcend themselves and retain some immortality through the Force only by abandoning personal selfish concerns and letting go of what they wish to retain, and therefore they retain it. Whereas the Sith, who desire nothing more than personal and particular immortality, will never get it, simply by nature. Hey, guys, I thought we were going to be friends here. It's not. Anyway.
It's done.
And so because the Sith are forever willing their own advantage and only their own advantage, they will never get it. And it's because they're unwilling and unable to consider and will anything outside or beyond themselves. That is precisely why they will never get anything outside of or beyond themselves. But they will be stuck inwards. I love it. It's a great little parallelism. I don't think it was intended to be a parallelism to Christian theology, but it was certainly there in Lucas's original ideas.
Here you are. You've been sticking your nose in every problem in Kirkwall since you stumbled off the boat.
Yes, that's correct. Kevin says that's legit. No kidding.
Are the mages here using blood magic?
It always comes down to that, don't it? They claim innocence, demand equality, but back them into a corner, and they got options we don't.
What's this
Haven't
about?
found a mage yet who won't take it.
Hi.
Who are you again?
Samson. I'm the one who fouled up your lad Fenris's escape some years ago. Further back, I was a Templar.
Yeah, Kevin says it's a universal thing,
Before your
absolutely.
time.
Yeah, it applies universally. It's one of those fundamental patterns of reality that you can't avoid if you're gonna tell a coherent story. And honestly, it's another reason why a lot of modern Star Wars is not coherent, is because it abandons a lot of these old principles. A lot of, honestly, modern media in general, not just Star Wars, but Star Wars is a clear example of modern media not making sense because it abandons clear, obvious principles about reality like this. Anyway, Samson here is one of the main antagonists. Secondary or tertiary antagonists? Kind of secondary antagonists, I guess, of Inquisition.
You were the upstanding citizen begging coins to get your next flask of lyrium.
It's a long time since anyone could get under my skin with that. I know what I am. So it shouldn't surprise you to see me here, right? One more blockhead move that's gonna keep me in the gutter. I just wanted to see Meredith out in her ass, like she did to me.
Meredith does seem to have a serious case of the crazies, yes.
But is she wrong?
Yes.
I hoped with Meredith gone I could take up the shield again. But maybe she was right. Give them a hint of freedom, mages go bad.
What? Weren't you literally the one who was just getting mages and Templars together? What the hell, man? Turn it around, dude.
Your friends are right. Without Meredith, Kirkwall can be at peace again.
Is it that simple?
I'd cheer to see her shipped to Val Royeaux. But I don't have the stomach to turn against all that's right and natural to do it.
Okay. Well, fine. I wasn't gonna either, you know. Anyway, alright, let's keep moving. Let's keep seeing what's going on. Yeah, it's this huge conflict where the two violently opposed sides wind up going even further and further and further to their own extremes in reaction to each other. And it's
I suppose it was too much to hope that he wouldn't have come here.
It's terribly predictable, really.
Though I can't understand why you side with Meredith now.
No.
You showed me we can stand up to her.
What are you talking about?
When I realized you had risked your life lying to protect those mages. Please, Champion. I have nothing but respect for you. It's Meredith we must see gone.
Yeah, yes, I agree. Yeah, I don't like her.
Your cause is just, but I take issue with your methods.
I should have known you recognize the threat Meredith poses. I am sorry for any distress we caused you or your friends.
That's like Grey Warden get kidnapped
Let the
anyway.
hostage go.
No. The boy dies. Then the champion.
Why?
Stand down, Grace.
Grace,
Why?
do you really want to do this? After everything we've done for you?
We will not kill an innocent to achieve our ends. It gains us nothing to become Meredith.
Meredith. What do I care for Meredith? I'm here for the champion.
Okay, so you know how Monday, I don't know, Kevin, if you were around for this part, but you know how Monday I was talking a few different times about how I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised to see NPCs and factions actually behaving in, like, rational, reasonable, calm, collected, and productive ways. In ways that made sense. Instead of being, well, you know, this.
Whatever you want, just tell me.
Decimus was right. There is no way for a mage to live by the Chantry's laws.
What in the hell?
He killed the best man I ever met, but I learned all he had to teach. Elaine,
Right.
kill the hostage.
I don't know, Grace.
I thought you turned your back on blood magic when you saw what happened to Decimus.
This isn't right, Grace. The champion tried to help us.
Don't defy me, boy.
He did help
Without
you.
me, you'd be nothing. If you're too squeamish, I'll do it myself.
No. No one has to die here.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong.
Restrain yourself.
Oh! She just impale herself with the staff. Okay, that's,
Forget the hostage. Kill the champion.
What? No, no. 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 Hey, what? Maybe everyone else just calms down a little. Maybe. Thankfully, we have at least some people over here calming down a little bit. It's good news. Oh, come on. Really? You. All of you. Hmm. Oh, that's not good.
Well done, everyone. I knew she was still alive, but I didn't know Thrask was working with her. When I saw her today, it brought everything back. Everything I saw Decimus do. I'm sorry. Grace used blood magic to hold him. There's no other way to wake him up.
Or maybe Meryl could do it.
Get out of my... What? Where am I?
I thought you were better than this. A couple of lousy Templars and you're down.
I had no reason to think they'd turn on me. Thank you, brother. It seems I am again in your debt. And Shadow.
They're meeting in here, Sir Callan. Oh, I guess you didn't get on so well with these mages as you thought.
Champion, Samson never said you were involved in this. I trust you were here to stop these traitors, not join them.
The Champion's a good man, sir. He tried to solve things peacefully.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put the mage to questioning.
The boy stood up to his elders when they would have killed an innocent hostage.
You mean he was one of them, save for a convenient last-minute change of heart?
Just not what I said.
I'll encourage Meredith to take it easy on him.
Thank you,
So
Champion.
what you're saying is...
Everyone else here is under arrest. Take them to the gallows. Is there any recommendation you would have me bring to Meredith, Champion?
If you killed every man who doubted Meredith's fitness, Kirkwall would be a ghost town.
You think that reason enough to spare blood mages and their willing dupes?
Yes.
Perhaps some of them might still be saved.
Listen, I killed the ones who attacked. I think we're fine. Should be. Anyway. Yeah, this is I think maybe the clearest example of where the two opposing sides are just becoming more and more radical in opposition to one another. Purely because each side is in such stark opposition to one another that they're forcing each other towards the extremes. It's that sort of that rapid spin of polarization that unfortunately we kind of see happening in most of the world today, as it so happens. Although, I mean, kind of. I mean, that's not actually, hold on, sorry. That's not actually the case. That isn't actually the case. That is the case here. I think that is clearly what's being demonstrated here. But I wouldn't say that is the case. I don't think there is necessarily the kind of rapid polarization. Really. There is an extreme and widening gap between the two sides, but I think it's because both sides are both sides of the political divide, basically all over the world, are moving in the direction of the authoritarian left, but at radically different rates. So if we want to take the sort of political compass direction, everyone's going towards the top left. It's just that the left, broadly speaking, is going there at an incredibly rapid pace, whereas the right is going in that direction a lot more slowly. Let's go to talk to Isabella, and we'll go to talk to Varric, and then we'll go to talk to Sebastian, and then we'll go see about Fenris, because he has a quest. I know he has a quest. So let's see what it is. His quest eventually.
Have a minute, Hawke?
Yeah.
I know this is ancient history, but remember that Hightown house Bartrand barricaded himself in? Bartrand doesn't exactly need the place now that he's in the sanitarium. I've been trying to sell it.
I can only imagine there's a huge market for the homes of deranged killers.
Well, the creepy sort of people who are interested are generally not the ones with the coin to take it off my hands. I found a minor noble in Ravane who bought the place sight unseen. But now there's a problem. They say the place is haunted.
This reminds me of our D&D game, where Volothamp Gadarm, the legendary novelist, I guess documentarian more like, in Forgotten Realms, is he bought a mansion on the premise that it was haunted because he was doing research on ghosts for his next book, but then found out that it turned out that it wasn't haunted, so he sold it or gave it at a very, very cheap rate to the party, who then found out that it was haunted all along, and so laughing in his face. Anyway.
Bartrand's atrocities must have weakened the barrier between this world and the Fade.
Maker, I hope not. I don't think I can fix the veil through applied use of force. They've noticed some minor problems. Voices whispering in the walls, apparitions, things moving on their own. My hope is it's a relic Bartrand brought back from the Deep Roads. We smash it, and the haunting stops.
Okay.
What happens if we do nothing?
Best case, they drag me before the Seneschal and accuse me of fraud. The worst case involves Antivan crows.
Can't you do this yourself?
Hawke, I'm a businessman. Now and then, I shoot people. I don't know anything about ghosts or magic. It's entirely possible that even if I find the thing that's causing the trouble, I won't be able to stop it on my own.
Alright, well.
I'm not an expert on hauntings, but what if smashing something does not make the problem go away?
That's where things get tricky. You're a mage. You must know something about weird shit. I'm sure you'll be able to figure something out that will help.
Very well. We'll investigate the mansion. Again.
Thanks, Hawke. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
I learned that the King of Ferelden loves cheese. He's one of us. Another of Andraste's chosen.
Is that Sheogorath? Hold on. That looks like Sheogorath. That definitely looks like Sheogorath.
The truth is out there.
Yep. Sheogorath confirmed. Yes, I recognize that it's the wrong franchise, but I don't care. It's Sheogorath.
I've something I think you might like.
I see.
Sometimes people get things for other people they like. This is the part where you say thank you.
I know that, you goose. Don't you know what this is? It's a Ravani fertility talisman. These petal-like shapes represent certain fleshy bits. And this protrusion is... well, just look.
You're an expert on Ravani talismans, are you?
My mother was a Ravani seer. Or, rather, she pretended to be.
Huh.
She knew enough about the old tribal practices to put on a convincing act. She used to hand these things out to women all the time.
Ah. Oh dear. And all this time I thought it was just a flower.
Ravani women would wear these, so that their wombs would be fruitful and their marriages blessed with many children. Not that they worked, of course. Seems to me you either have a fruitful womb or you don't. Thank you. It's nice to have something to remind me of my homeland.
Okay. Alrighty then. Yeah, let's go and, let's go to Fenris's house. See what he's up to. If there's anything to talk to him about. There should be at some point. I know there is at some point. Let's go see. Anyway. Oh yeah, see, there's a quest. Cool. Let's go check it out.
Take a look at this.
A blade of mercy. I remember these. You see them in the Imperium. Replicas of the sword Archon Hessarian used to kill Andraste. This one looks finely crafted.
So they sell these things at every market stand in Minrathous?
Hardly. Here, let me show you. These are gifts of honor, given to those who have performed a service for the Imperium. Denarius coveted them, as I recall.
Neat.
You don't talk about the Imperium much.
It's not a place I remember fondly.
Well, I'm sure. You know, being the whole slave thing. Edgy as all hell.
Forbid mages to rule over men.
Ah, yes. Magic is meant to serve man and not rule over him. In the Imperium, they say that means magic should serve the greater good, which they claim the Magisters do. Do not believe it.
I mean, that is a very straightforward reading of that passage, I have to say. Despite the danger therein, I suppose, but that is fairly straightforward reading.
What do the Magisters do that's so bad?
What you call the Circle of Magi rules the Imperium. They control the Chantry as well as the Templars. They claim the Magisters are governed by holy law, but they are the law. They do as they please. All of them.
So they all use forbidden magic?
The more powerful the mage, the higher he rises in the Senate. He makes the laws, he determines what is acceptable. Everyone who wishes to compete must do the same, or be crushed. Perhaps it wasn't always this way, but it is now.
I heard that the Imperium has been at war with the Qunari for decades.
Ever since the Qunari landed on the island of Saharan, yes. 80 years ago? Perhaps more. The Archon demanded aid from the rest of Thedas. It didn't get him far.
They've been at war a long
kind of a shame.
time.
The Qunari only ever wanted Saharan, which they have. The Imperium has made numerous attempts to retake the island, without real success. I believe the Qunari are saving their strength, building a massive fleet. When they wish true war, we will know.
Dragon Age 4! Yay! I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure it's Dragon Age 4.
Are the Qunari that strong?
They once fought all the lands of Thedas to a standstill. If they wanted to conquer the Imperium, they would. From what I saw on Saharan, they will not relent. They believe even more strongly than the Magisters that they are in the right.
The slave trade is still in operation in the Imperium.
It varies from one Archon to the next. One outlawed it many years ago. He was quickly assassinated. Tevinter would crumble without slaves. The Imperium's elite know no other way.
Seems like a slave rebellion would end that.
There are rebellions all the time, actually. Most of them end poorly. The Senate always unites when faced with sedition. One day, things will change. Then the Magisters will see just how fragile their hold is.
I'd like you to have it.
You think I wish to carry a symbol of Imperial honor? You must be joking. Keep your sword. Sell it, melt it down. I want nothing to do with its filthy magic.
Okay. You're welcome for the gift, I suppose. All right. Anyway. Evan says, I think the right is the more rational side, but it should be the bottom right. Guns, property, religion, natural law, etc. Yeah, and like I've mentioned this before on the stream, I think, that so the political compass, the sort of square political compass with the four quadrants, is the inferior political compass. The clearer and more reasonable, sensible version of it is the Nolan chart, which is turned at a 45-degree angle. It's diamond shaped, not square, and it puts personal freedom and economic freedom along the two axes, rather than what's the ordinary political compass? It's left, right, and then authoritarian and libertarian. Left, right is functionally meaningless when it comes to actual political ideology. That is a tribal signifier. It's not an actual ideological divide. The Nolan chart, I think, does a much better job in terms of economic and personal freedom, with libertarian at the top being maximum freedom in both respects, and then authoritarian at the bottom being minimal freedom, absolute control over both respects. And of course, it also illustrates, I think, the principle of gravity. That there is always necessarily a sort of draw towards authoritarianism. And if you put it on the ordinary political chart, right, like the political compass, there is always a kind of draw towards the top left. So unless you're all the way at the bottom right, or somewhere solidly in the bottom right, if you're authoritarian right or if you're libertarian left, you're always going to be drawn in this direction, or you're Sorry, or you're always going to be drawn in this direction. You're going to be pulled towards this quadrant, this top left quadrant. And nobody likes to be a centrist, so the libertarian right down here is safe from that pull. Until they decide, you know what, I think we need to compromise with the authoritarian right, and we need to start doing things their way and actually gain some political power, and then they go, when they get sucked over to the left. Or a libertarian right says, you know, I think that we need to be a little more kind-hearted, and we need to be a little more open-minded, and we need to move over here in the libertarian left, and then suddenly they become authoritarians. It's unbelievable how often you see this. You see the libertarian right, those that go all MAGA, immediately go left. You see the libertarian right, those who go to like become Bernie bros, immediately become authoritarians. It's like that, almost instantaneous. Think about the examples, like the clearest examples would be people like Christopher Cantwell. So if you remember him, he was a bottom right, absolute anarcho-capitalist, really solid on basically everything. And but then he started to go a little bit authoritarian in the sort of in the lead up to the Trump years, and he got very authoritarian, and then he started drifting left. He started drifting over to the left because, of course, he did. That's where the pull is, and the Nolan chart makes sense of that because it's a downward pull. Unless you're solidly at the top, and therefore mostly immune to this pull of gravity, then you're going to be falling down the slope one way or the other, towards that authoritarian bottom.
Hawke,
that's my theory,
Kirkwall
at least.
Needs a Viscount.
Have you asked him? It would be Hawke's decision.
I watched my parents in Starkhaven. When times are good, the city rules itself. Years could pass and no one would notice who's prince. But when there's famine, when there's war, people look to their leaders. Who does Kirkwall have beyond Hawke?
This
Varric.
is probably a conversation for the two of you to have.
You want me to be Viscount?
Andraste said the Maker is king in the heavens, but it is the kings of Thedas who must recreate his worldly glory. I keep thinking about that.
Hopefully.
Who better serves the Maker? A brother of the faith, or a prince who can sway a whole city?
Every person does the Maker's work in their own way.
Althena is risking her life by not deserting her flock. Could I do the same? It's been 15 years since I lived in Starkhaven. The people there are only a memory to me. Kirkwall, the Chantry, that's real. That's where I belong.
Kevin says, I'm not sure. I tend to be practically MAGA, but ideally Ron Paul. Maybe I'm just broken. Well, I don't know how that means broken. It might mean that you are willing to compromise for practical reasons, and that I do think that there's a significant danger there of ideological shift. I see it a lot, in fact. There's a great example of... I'm not going to name names, of course. I don't think he watches this stream, but still, not going to name names. That's rude. Somebody who was vaguely libertarian right, who moved up the sort of MAGA route and then became really, really entrenched in the traditional Catholic stuff, and then just zipped right over to the left for economic reasons, because distributism is just communism. It's just agrarian-style communism. And, oh boy, he's basically a full-on authoritarian leftist now. This happens a lot, actually. The person I'm thinking of is far from the only person who I've seen do this. It's very, very dangerous to compromise ethical and or economic or social or whatever principles for the sake of practicality. There's a great Dave Smith, the libertarian Tupac, the most consistent with, you know, are his official titles. He's also like one of the chief members of the Libertarian Party Mises Caucus. On his podcast today, on Part of the Problem, he talked about this issue of libertarian outreach and how it can lead to one of two outcomes. It can either lead to corruption within libertarianism, the corruption of libertarian ideas, or it can lead to just an immediate backlash. And we use the example of Spike Cohen reaching out to that one Black Lives Matter chapter, and Dave was criticizing him for the way he did it, even at the time, which was sort of just listening to what they had to say and then pointing out where he agreed, and that he basically agreed with all of it. Unfortunately, this was the same Black Lives Matter chapter who very, very recently... Okay, sorry, I'll cut it out after this. Who very, very recently denounced him because he supported Kyle Rittenhouse and said that it's very clear that he was innocent based on the available evidence. So of course that's very clear. But that's against their fundamental principles, because their fundamental principles are not principles. They're group identity markers, right? So of course. That was a huge problem. Right? And so immediately, as soon as there was a disagreement, as soon as Spike Cohen was off being Spike Cohen, a consistent libertarian, the people he had reached out to and started to make an alliance with immediately abandoned him once he started being consistent. Kevin says, maybe I'm not MAGA in practice, but only stylistically. I mean, trolling does not belong to the authoritarian right. Because I really don't want more state control over anything, but I do love to hold cultural leftism in contempt. Yeah, you can do that on the right, on the libertarian right. Hell yeah. Yeah, I hold wokeism to be the greatest heresy so far of the 21st century. It's god awful. And again, like going back to Dave Smith, he does likewise. He thinks wokeism is the greatest threat to society, to our civilization as a whole. And it's not the state. I mean, it is the state. But wokeism is the ideology that is driving the worst excesses and the worst evils of the state. So, yeah. It's awful. It's contemptible. It's a good word, contemptible, by the way. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just glad he made a decision. I'm not going to help him decide this. I'm tired of his waffling.
Great. Now that's out of the way, let's get a drink.
Sorry to burden you with my doubts, but I do appreciate you hearing me out. You've been a good friend, Hawke. I will stay, as much for you as for her grace.
Nice. We'll see if that lasts through the end of the game. It might not, depending on circumstances. We'll see. But actually, hold on. What do we have to do? Urinal Wise. Orsino. Alert for letters. Haunted. Oh yeah, Hightown. At night, I think. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I tend to agree that call it cultural leftism. I just prefer to call it out as wokeism. I do think that it is the greatest problem we face as a society. And it's a greater threat currently than the state per se, because it is in control of the state. And that's a huge danger, because it is so ultimately destructive of civilization. I don't know if I can directly tie it to the COVID tyranny that we're experiencing now, but it bears a lot of similarities, at least. Particularly the antisociality of it.
Hey, is that music? Where is that coming from?
Spoopy.
I don't hear anything.
The antisociality of it, and then also combine that with... Hello.
I don't like this.
Combine that with...
Not going to happen.
You want me to do what? I don't think so.
Combine the antisociality of it with the...
I guess the buyer wasn't kidding.
It's not supposed to do that, is it?
So the antisociality with authoritarian tyranny, with the uniquely matriarchal authoritarian tyranny. Right, so we have traditionally, throughout human history, had a great deal of, we've known a great deal of patriarchal tyrannies, of excessive governments that tyrannize in a distinctively masculine sort of way.
I can't do that.
But what we experience, what we're experiencing now.
Ghost, would you stop that, please?
Miss Sarah Ghost.
We're getting closer. I can feel it, Hawke.
But it's this Tumblrite, feminized tyranny that is distinctively new. We don't know how to deal with it socially. We can't counter it.
But Bartrand was a sentimentalist. This came from our estate in Orzammar. When I was 7, I knocked over one of Mother's plates and broke it. My brother yelled at me for an hour.
This was made by the artisans of House Saldras. The clay was from the Adro-Setuna River, which never sees the sun. Arr!
He was that upset over a dish?
I don't think it was a dish to Bartrand. That stupid plate was the whole city of Orzammar to him.
He actually does care about his brother, despite everything. Kevin says, maybe the real reason I see the Auth-right and Lib-right as allies.
This isn't being caused by some random artifact. The idol is still in the house, Hawke. It has to be.
The Red Lyrium idol, huh? So Kevin continues, is that I think the Auth-right people can easily be convinced to act in defiance of leftist political actions. That is true. And that is the hope I see in people like Governor DeSantis. Which, by the way, I know you saw this. Others may not have. That he had a press conference today announcing or signing law, Florida law to combat the OSHA stuff. Oh, jeez.
Shit.
The OSHA vax mandate stuff. And hello. And he held it in Brandon, Florida. Which, I will say, when I first saw the announcement, I was like, oh, he's in Brandon. That's actually pretty close by. And I did not even slightly make the connection to Let's Go Brandon. Just because Brandon, to me, because I'm from Florida, right? I live here. Brandon, to me, is just that town right over there. It's not like... The name didn't strike me. It was the location. I was like, oh, hey, so we're over here in Brandon.
You heard that, Hawke?
I did.
Rather than the thought of, oh, haha, he's doing a Let's Go Brandon joke. And it took me a second, and then I realized it, and it was freaking hilarious. The guy isn't
Easy as pie.
He's a great example of the kind of temperament you're talking about, right?
I don't think I can do that.
Kevin says the Auth-right isn't typically that savvy with nuance and strategy. Yeah, but there's definitely savvy when it comes to rhetoric. They can really, really play the meme game.
Are you real? You've got to get out of here before it comes back.
Where's the idol?
What idol?
Don't waste my time with your lies. Tell me where it is.
Take it easy, Varric. She's telling us what she can.
She's hiding something, Hawke. Don't lie to me. I know it's here. You must have found it.
I swear.
I
don't know anything about an idol. Please.
Chill.
Maker, no! It's starting again!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. She just died. Uh-oh. Is that a ghost golem? I don't want a ghost golem. I don't like the ghost golem. No, don't attack me. I don't like it. There we go. Ah, Christ. Okay, no, not what I want. No, that's not going to do anything to these.
I think it's over.
It's not.
It's over.
Oof.
Let's finish this!
You will fall!
Yeah. A lamp. Or probably a pot, really. Yeah. Oh. I don't want that. Okay.
This is a piece of the idol. No, I should have known Bartrand would lie to me.
Careful,
Of course
careful
he'd keep a piece
camera
of the
angles.
statue for himself.
Not show people
What we
holding
can do
things.
with this?
I don't know about you, Varric, but I don't want to end up like Bartrand.
I'm not my brother, Hawke. The idol drove him crazy, but this is just one tiny piece.
Yeah, okay.
I need this thing. 6 years of my life have gone into this. The shard is my only hope of curing Bartrand. It's my only chance to set any of this right.
No, this actually has some impact on the next game. No, though. No, Varric, no, don't do that. That's
Listen
fine.
to yourself, Varric. It's already controlling you. You have to let it go.
You're not listening, Hawke. I know I can handle this shard.
I'm worried, Varric. You're beginning to sound exactly like Bartrand.
Fine. I don't really want to argue about this anyway. Take it. It's your problem now. Maybe Enchantment Boy can dispose of the thing for you. Let's go. I think I could use some air.
I really hope that Enchantment Boy can do something about this. Let's get out of here. And go talk to Enchantment Boy. Alright. Okay. Alright. We got some more Kunari swords to give to this guy.
Good day to you.
Our boss.
Have you located any Kunari blades?
This is what I've found.
If you find more, bring them to me.
Okay. Let's go home for a bit.
I hope all is well.
Oh yeah, there's a big major lunar eclipse tonight after the stream, 1 to 3 a.m. or something, or like 1 to
Think you can do something
4,
with
1 to
this
5.
sandal?
Should be pretty cool.
Is that
Lyrium? I've never seen anything like that.
It's dangerous. Varric suggested Sandal might be able to dispose of it.
I think my boy can do better than that. Ooh, enchantments.
Uh-oh. I got a rune for that. Torch of Felindon. Wait, my staff can't be enchanted with it. Huh. Alright, well. I need one for Merrill, one armor rune for Merrill, an armor rune for Sebastian, an armor rune for Anders. Okay.
I can make it.
And then a few for me, but I'll do those next. And Lunar Eclipse should be pretty cool. I wish there were a way to sort by armor. And threat generation. Oof. Weapon. Health regen. Yeah, let's get that for Merrill, maybe. Ooh. Or that one. I don't know. Fortitude. No. I'm gonna put that on Aveline's stuff. I got some runes. Yeah, but this, I'm kind of worried about Trump versus DeSantis in the primary. Yeah, likewise. I really am too, honestly. I'm not a fan of that. He continues, I think I would go for DeSantis because he just seems better. But Trump has a solid 30% that will never leave. Yeah, the other thing that I am a little concerned about with DeSantis is that his worst qualities are severely mitigated in his role as governor, as opposed to how he would be as president. Because as president, he has more control over foreign policy. Huh? That's weird. Okay. Why are they that thing? Anyway. I need 1, 2, 3, or no, sorry, 1, 2. Me.
You like the shiny?
But I know he is a little bit, or at least he was, a while ago. He kind of campaigned as a sort of George W. Bushian neocon Hawke type. And that doesn't matter if you're the governor of a state, because states don't have foreign policy. So who cares? Right? That doesn't really matter. Whereas as president, that would make a significant difference, and I think that's a real significant danger for somebody like DeSantis where I think he would just generally, I think, do a better job as a governor than as a president. And also, honestly, the massive attrition, the damage that kind of that kind of a primary could have on the both of them, because they should be allies. Like, realistically, like, politically speaking, they should just be allies. But, you know, the two of them duking it out, like they certainly would in a primary battle, would be very, very detrimental to the both of them, politically speaking. And I don't think that would go very, very well. I don't like where that would go. What else did I need to do? Yes, go to the gallows. Kevin says, that's my concern too. Will he stick to his current methods, or will we fall in with McConnell and Graham? Yeah, again, that's always the challenge when you get to Washington. And not to be overly selfish, I suppose, but I like him here in Florida. I'd love for him to stay here in Florida. He's an absolute champion here in Florida. It'd be really cool for him to be president. That'd be neat. But man, I don't want to lose him here, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't want to lose him as the actual governor. And I will say, it is not often that you'll hear me say anything like that about any kind of government official.
So good to see you, Champion.
Governor or otherwise, mine or somebody else's. You won't hear me say that I don't want to lose somebody in a position of political power very often. This is one of the only cases where I actually think I have found a politician who I actually support. Maybe he's got a couple of issues. And again, those are issues that don't matter as governor. But as governor, I can't complain. I really can't complain. Also, I've mentioned, did you know he went to my high school? He graduated from my high school. It was pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
Your Mage Templar group was conspiring to overthrow Meredith.
I have a sudden deep regret I interfered.
You
know, I was half convinced Meredith had engineered the whole thing to trick me into incriminating myself.
If Meredith stays in charge, she'll run Kirkwall into the ground.
Speak softly, friend. There is nowhere safe to say those words. But be assured, you are not the only one thinking them. Please accept this as my thanks. It will be of more value to you right now than my friendship.
In circle ropes, huh? It's not actually better. Cool, but it's not better. Alright, now what? The last straw. Closure. Talk to Varric and the Hangman. Talk to Varric and the Hangman. Ancient Evil. Search Darktown. Okay, well, I'll do that actually. I'll do that first. The Ancient Evil in Darktown. Kevin says, nice, quality folks coming out of that school. Okay, yeah. Thanks. It is a favorable comparison in my book. I will say, though, it was good school. It was good school. I actually, especially for being a public school, and I mean, presumably you know my thoughts on public schools in general. It was good overall. There was some nonsense. I had a literal communist as a teacher there, at least one. But I also had some great teachers here and there. So what can I say? I can't complain overly much. Oh no, Michael's knocking on my door again. He apparently keeps escaping and attacking. Predictably, of course. Oh, jeez. I've been here. This is where I got those pea crystals. Those urine crystals. Or Anders doing something very, very sketchy. Never mind, that didn't help much. Okay, can help. There's some kind of ancient evil in Darktown. Yeah, but where? Can you tell me where? Could you please tell me where? That'd be handy. Is it Anders? Bet it's Anders. Hidden lair! Oh, there it is. That was easy. I should have seen that. Oh, what? What is this? What are you? Oh, it's a demon. Okay, makes sense. Hi, demon.
Seals are gone. Foolish wards held by pretenders. Aspects. The true source is missing. The power unheld. But I command a peace.
Summoned a horror. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I do that?
Horrors are pieces. Slivers of greater crimes. I am pride with reason. I enslave the whims and weirds, the dreams from the other side of the veil. Face me. Face everything.
It's so dramatic. Oh, whoops. No. Ah! All right. Hey, what? Excuse me? Stop! Stop spawning! Your boss is gone. That's weird. Possible to take advantage of in combat. What does that mean? Let's see if I can equip that to Aveline. That might be good. Oh, she needs more strength. Oh, it does electricity damage? Wanky. Evan says he was kind of a punk for all that bluster. Yeah, kind of. I mean, honestly, the wildly over-dramatic villains tend to be kind of pushovers. Just wait until the actual main antagonist of Dragon Age Inquisition, who is constantly on the back foot. And I love it. Thematically, I love it. That the antagonist, the main antagonist of Dragon Age Inquisition, is kind of constantly on the back foot, despite being a real, significant, serious, existential threat. He's constantly getting beaten back. And I really, really like that for thematic reasons. Anyway, that's it. It's a bit of a side note. Let's go home. We have a letter to pick up.
Good to see you.
I'm gonna save just in case. I don't want to miss out again on nice lampshade. I don't want to miss out again on Fenris's actual quest, his loyalty quest, because I have. Of all the times I've played this game, I have only actually completed his quest, his personal quest, one time. Because I always forget. Because I usually just kind of forget he exists. The last straw. Champion, you've proven yourself a friend to Kirkwall's mages, and it seems I must call upon you once again. Meredith has gone too far. I will not let her madness remain unchecked. I ask that you come to the gallows at once. Perhaps together we can stop this before there's bloodshed. First, Enchanter Orsino. Okay. Alright, well, in that case, perhaps we will. But first, I want to go visit Fenris's house. To see if we can talk to him about more and do an actual questy thing. Doesn't look like it, though. Maybe not. Needs to be leveled, I suppose. It's been a while. Hawke. Fenris. Anyway, I guess not. Okay, fine. Whatever. Be that way. Switch you out. My real main party. Alright. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't want to presume. This may actually be the end game.
Maker, you've come.
It's maybe the end.
First Enchanter Orsino got into a terrible argument with the Knight Commander. He stormed off to bring the matter before the Grand Cleric, but the Knight Commander gave chase. I fear there will be blood.
Then take me to them before that happens.
Oh boy. Oh, yeah, I do think this is it. I think this might be it. Oh, wow. I think this is it.
I will have the tower searched, top to bottom.
You cannot do that. You have no right.
I have every right. You are harboring blood mages, and I intend to root them out before they infect this city.
Blood magic. Where do you not see blood magic? My people cannot sneeze without you accusing them of corruption.
Do not trifle with me, mage. My patience is at an end.
A wonder that I never saw it begin.
This needs to stop.
This does not involve you, champion.
Does now.
I called him here. I think the people deserve to know just what you've done.
What I have done is protect the people of this city time and again. What I have done is protect you mages from your curse and your own stupidity. And I will not stop doing it. I will not lower our guard. I dare not.
You know who she reminds me of? A little bit? Captain Janeway. At her worst. At her most authoritative. In the positive and negative sense. Oh, she's way off the deep end. Don't get me wrong. But she's off the deep end in a way that I think I could see Janeway going. In that one episode where there's the version of her from the future, kind of seems like that one. Kind of seems like that. I've seen that episode. I actually haven't seen much of Voyager because I kind of don't like Captain Janeway, honestly. But this reminds me of her.
Is there any truth to what she's saying?
These are only her latest accusations, nothing more. And what if she does not find what she's looking for? How much further will she go to root out something that isn't there?
The champion knows better than anyone how deep the circle's corruption goes. I must find the source.
You can't keep pressing the mages like this.
What other option do we have? Tell me, champion, that you have not seen with your own eyes what they can do, heard the lies of mages that seek power.
They're not the only ones that lie and seek power.
You would cast us all as villains, but it is not so.
I know, and it breaks my heart to do it. But we must be vigilant. If you cannot tell me another way, do not brand me a tyrant.
This is getting us nowhere. Grand Cleric Athena will put a stop to this.
You will not bring her grace into this.
The Grand Cleric cannot help you.
Explain yourself, mage.
I will not stand by and watch you treat all mages like criminals, while those who would lead us bow to their Templar jailers.
Oh, here it comes.
How dare you speak to me? The Circle has failed us, Orsino. Even you should be able to see that. The time has come to act. There can be no half measures.
Anders, what have you done?
There can be no turning back.
Make her have mercy.
There can be no peace.
Athena, no! Make her, no! She was your most faithful, your most beloved. Why didn't she listen to me?
Really, Anders?
Blessed be the souls of the faithful that they ascend to your right hand.
Why? Why would you do such a thing? I removed the chance of compromise, because there is no compromise.
The Grand Cleric has been slain by magic. The Chantry destroyed. As Knight Commander of Kirkwall, I hereby invoke the right of annulment. Every mage in the Circle is to be executed, immediately!
The Circle didn't even do this! Champion, you can't let her! Help us stop this madness!
And I demand you stand with us. Even you must see that this outrage cannot be tolerated.
Why are we debating the right of annulment when the monster who did this is right here? I swear to you, I will kill him.
It can't be stopped now. You have to choose.
Okay, so that whole thing where I was talking about earlier, the whole spinning things out into polarization by eliminating the possibility of compromise or eliminating the middle ground. If you destroy the middle ground, there will only be the extremes. More and more, I have to say, I think that that what we are seeing in today's society is doing this strategically in just the same way that Anders is doing so, but with less Aloha snack bar methodology, let's say, to be intentionally offensive to somebody like Anders. But I do think that it's a similar technique, it's a similar intentional exercise that we see in society today, where there is an attempt to eliminate the possibility of neutrality, eliminate the middle, which we see this in every sort of school of Marxism, where the personal is political, politicizing every aspect of reality, every aspect of life, to the point where there can be no centrism, no middle ground, to force the people who just wanted to grill to pick up arms and take a side. And so we see here that by eliminating the possibility of compromise, by committing a heinous act like this, by committing an act of terrorism, right, that Anders has taken this gradual polarization, this spinning out of extremes, and blown it apart. Oh no. Oh no. That's really relevant to tomorrow. Oh crap. Damn it, where's WizKid? Get him here now. This is important because you're right. You are 100% right. Oh my god, you're right. Erica says the armored lady that I don't know the name of, Meredith, reminds me of Jessie when she's at her most extraness. Oh god. I invoke the right of annulment. Execute all of them. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's Oh, that's a great comparison. Is to a character in an old character that is now an NPC in a lot of our D&D games. One of Erica's old characters, who was a cleric, as it so happens. She was very inquisitorial, to the point where her as an NPC in one of our games, she is an inquisitor who chases down abominations and blood hunters and such. In another game, she's retired, but still quite rather severe and limits herself to chasing down children, but still, her children, I mean, mostly. Still, she had her time. It was a post-retirement thing, I guess. But yeah, no, that is absolutely the extremity of zealotry. Erica says, repentant blood hunter, I'm glad you sought to confess your crimes. Now for your punishment, please bow your head to pulls out a long sword. Yes, that will happen in, I'm guessing, about 23 hours. My guess. Maybe even 22. Maybe less. Who knows? Depending on how soon we immediately encounter her, and then Torvin decides to go, hello, Inquisitor, I am a blood hunter, and I'm sorry. And how poorly that shall go. Anders? Fucking really?
Do you realize what you started here?
Literal war.
I do.
Yeah, okay, great.
I'm sorry I couldn't tell you earlier.
As long as you know.
The Circle is an injustice. In many places beyond Kirkwall. The world needs to see.
Elthina is not the Circle. She was a good woman, and you murdered her!
You fool! You've doomed us all! We were already doomed. A quick death now or a slow one later. I'd rather die fighting.
Because I'm honestly hoping you guys don't just confess your crimes to her until after you get out of the trap you're in. You know, after you become friends with her. Yeah, well... Wait, your crime... Crime sounds like a plural here. Whoa. It's just Torvin. Okay? It's just Torvin. I mean, yes, Emrys technically committed apostasy at one point, but only barely. It barely counts.
You're a murderer. The Grand Cleric, the mages, their blood is on your hands.
I know.
It doesn't matter. Even if I wished to, I could not stay my hand. The people will demand blood.
Yeah, I know they will. Why not his? His. Oh, well, fraternizing with a heretic. Oh my god. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough, I guess.
I won't let her slaughter all of you.
But what of Anders?
He's 100%
If
on
you
that
do
right now.
this,
Well, okay, fair
I
enough.
don't know if I can follow.
And so you would defend these mages after all they have done? Throw yourself at a hopeless cause?
You sure about this? Even you might not win this fight.
I know we can do this. I believe in you, Hawke.
All I needed.
What have you gotten yourself into this time, Isabella?
I thought she was talking to Hawke. She's talking to herself. Oh my god.
Share their fate.
Okay, ma'am. No.
I'm not helping you, Meredith.
Thank the Maker.
No, I won't fight to save these mages. Not for you, not for anyone.
I see what you are trying to do, and my place is with you.
You are a fool, Champion. Kill them all! I will rouse the rest of the Order.
Go! Get to the gallows before it's too late!
Easy time. Come on, Paparino. I need you for this.
So it's come to this.
War!
I don't know if we can win this war.
Look at Anders just sitting there like a putz.
Thank you.
Bastard.
I will leave your friend for you to deal with. I must return to the gallows. Meet me there as soon as you can.
Oh, God. Erica says Sable wanted to use her new Mageslayer feat, though.
Say that I haven't already said to myself. I took a spirit into my soul and changed myself forever to achieve this.
Yeah.
This is the justice all mages have awaited.
No! Fucking idiot. See, this is... So, okay. I've been talking this whole game about how much they damaged Anders' character, because I loved Anders, and I loved Justice in Awakening, in the last game. But look at this! Look at this! Do I need to say more? Anyway. Oh, something I discovered, Erica, when I was constructing the NPC sheet for Tremere. A phenomenal combination of feats is Mageslayer and Warcaster. Because Mageslayer allows you to use an opportunity attack against a mage who is casting within your reach. Within 5 feet of you. And Warcaster allows you to use a spell, as long as it only targets one person, as an opportunity attack instead of a melee attack. So, you know the whole like, oh no, the mage, he's casting a spell. Do you want to counterspell? And instead of counterspelling, you just go, yes, I would like to disintegrate. No, Erica, you don't need to use a cantrip as a reaction. You can use a spell as a reaction. I checked the wording. Yeah, so mage standing next to you goes and does a spell. And instead of counterspelling, you just disintegrate them. I love it. I love it so much. That is the most Tremere thing ever.
Did that spirit tell you to do this?
No.
Oh yeah, disintegrate as a reaction is also
He ceased to be.
BM.
We are one now.
I don't know
I
what
can no
BM
more
means.
ignore the injustice of the circle than he could.
Eric says, alright, I want to build this now. I'll just give you Tremere's sheet to play with. Oh god, Gabe would be very proud. I should tell him about this. Bad manners. Oh yeah, bad manners. Yes, I agree. Yeah, it is. But yeah, no. He's being a terrorist, which is a form of consequentialism and therefore wrong. And that's the reason why terrorism is wrong, not because it kills innocent people. Well, I mean that too, but also because it's consequentialism. It's utilitarian.
So you start a massacre to prove a point?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not proving a point. I'm changing a world. You've never been part of the Circle. I have.
It wasn't that bad.
We can do. But to use that fear to bludgeon us into submission is wrong. And they do it with our blessing. And if I pay for that with my life, then I pay. Perhaps then justice would at least be free.
Like, you were in the Circle, and it specifically wasn't that bad. Like, you were in the Ferelden Circle, and until everything went to shit because demons happened, it wasn't actually that bad. And then, when after everything went to shit, you went and joined the Grey Wardens. You had no reason to go all ape shit like this. This was ridiculous. Like, there's no good reason for this, Anders. You are an absolute psychopath. He's just an allegory for the oppressed. For the how do I put it? The pathologically victimized. Those who claim victimization as a way of victimizing. That's what we see with Anders here. That's what's going on, honestly. That it's heinous. Talking about the terribleness of tyrannical leftism, of left authoritarianism that goes crazy. Well, here you go. The victim uses his victimization as an excuse to slaughter innocents. Well, wouldn't you know? What do you know?
Opinions.
If I'd been in that chantry today, would you be waffling? You know what must be done.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Bold plan. Well, I thought so.
What?
Belief
Okay.
is no excuse. Sincerity does not justify this.
You're right.
He should come with us. Do what he can to put things right.
Nope. I don't trust him.
I think I'm sick of mages and Templars.
Whatever you do, just do it.
You have to pay for what you've done.
I know. The sooner I die, the sooner my name lives on to inspire generations.
I mean, at least he accepted his fate, but... It's ironic that in Inquisition, in the next game, there is basically a Mage Templar war that we see.
It will never be enough, but it's a start.
How invigorating.
We'd all best get to the gallows, and quick. It's going to be quite a show.
He gets his war in, I can't bring Fenris, because he freaking left us. I want to bring Varric. It honestly seems like Sebastian might be more appropriate. But he has a lot less lines, I know. Because he's a DLC character. I'm probably just going to bring my usual 3. Anyway, though, yeah, it's, the kind of sad part, really, I think, is that even despite this Mage Templar war that we see in Inquisition,
We need to get to the gallows quickly.
Anders was wrong. He wasn't a name on everyone's lips. He wasn't this big inspiration to everything. Yay! Little brother!
Carver, I've been looking everywhere for you. I thought you were dead.
Here to cheer on the Templars, are you?
Look, I know what happened in the Deep Roads. You saved my life, and I didn't even thank you. But you're the only family I have left. I have to stand by you. Just say the word and you'll have my blade.
I thought the Order was supposed to be neutral.
I'm a warden because of you. I blamed you for a long time, but you saved more than my life. I'm so much more than I was. This is what I was meant to be. And I won't thank you by doing nothing while you start a war.
Alright. Heck yeah. Come on. See, this is what I mean. So you can basically choose by whether you take him to Deep Roads or not, whether he is going to be a Grey Warden or a Templar. And he is so much happier as a Grey Warden, ultimately. It takes him a while to come around to it, as we can see. But ultimately, it's by far the better path for him. It's a much better resolution.
Your blade would be welcome.
The Hawke brothers together again, huh?
Yeah.
Just like old times.
I mean, I'm not going to bring you. I'm going to bring an Aveline, but she's my tank. But still, it'll be good to have you in the final battle, if nothing else. Alright. Oh, that's blocked. Okay, everything's on fire. Let's go. I actually don't need to be collecting, like, anything, but I'm gonna anyway, just out of terrible habits. This is it. The game's over. It's not like I need it.
There is no escape.
Leave me alone. I never asked for any of this.
It's a Kunari
The law
spear.
is clear, mage. We cannot take the risk.
Keep away from me. I'm warning you.
Damn it. Damn it.
Kill it! Kill it now!
Damn it. Damn it. Demons. Oof, I'm not doing so hot. I'm not doing so hot. There we go, we're good, we're good. Barely, we're good. Damn it, the Rage Demon really. Level, yay! Wow, that was a lot of experience for that. Okay, Erica says, I finally took a look at War Wizard, and dude, combining Invocation and War Wizard is batshit insane. Yes, it really is, and that's why I did it. Why I did it for an NPC. For an NPC, not for a player character. Oh my god, not for a player character. Woo! No! Not for a player character. Yeah. Wait, no. Crap. I can't fix it. I needed strength so I can actually equip swords. Oh, well. It's fine, I guess. Adamant. Turn the blade. Don't. Yeah. Sleep is good. Just like D&D, sleep is very good. Yeah, Evocation and War Wizard is amazing together. Like, if you do both, if you dip into both somehow, there's no way to do that rules as written, but I don't care. It's an NPC. A lot of abominations. Yeesh. What? Oof, all right. Hello, WizKid. We're in the end game. I didn't expect this. I honestly did not expect to finish the game tonight, but looks like we're almost certainly going to. I might go a little late if it means that we finish. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, howdy who? How's it going? Also, you guys got at one point a glimpse at a maybe even more overly extreme version of a certain Inquisitor that you may be meeting tomorrow in D&D. Or at least someone who has 11 competent. Yeah, you missed Anders blowing everything up. If you want to go back a little ways, I wouldn't blame you. There's a fairly significant development, if you didn't know. And, it's not her exactly, but it's kind of her. Yeah, Eddie also missed that. Also missed her. Or at least, roughly speaking, her-ish. But yeah, that. You also kind of missed that. Now, believe it or not, the Inquisitor that you guys are going to almost certainly meet tomorrow, or we are going to almost certainly meet tomorrow.
Doesn't it matter to you?
Of course it does. That's why I don't take sides.
That doesn't make any sense.
I've got you and Aveline, Fenris and Anders, Hawke, Isabella. I've got friends in the Circle and drinking buddies in the Templars. All of them matter.
But you're going to fight. If it comes to that, I mean.
Well, it looks like it.
I fought my own brother, Daisy. Nobody said this was going to be a happy story.
Yeah, it's not really. WizKid says, listen, I was watching Kim Possible. How old are you? Oh my god. I know, listen, I was, Kim Possible came out after I was the correct age, I suppose. Really watched it. In any case, as I was saying, I think, believe it or not, it was that the Inquisitor is not actually based off of. There's a pride demon over there. I don't like that. I don't approve of this. Oh my god! So many shades. This is ridiculous. Why? I need to focus. This is okay. First of all, pop over. Ah! Jesus. Okay, jeez. Okay, ah, crap. Else favor? Yeah. And okay, where is... Oh god, Varric is all the way over there. Okay. I need to go over there really quickly. Jesus. Okay, quickly. Where is... That's not Varric. Where the heck is Varric? Thankfully, I do have a lot of these. She doesn't. What's happening? Where the heck's Varric? Wizgid says it still holds up. Literally, I just missed 2004. You weren't you like 2 or like 3 in 2004? Yeah, it's the same sophomore year for me. Oh, see, I'm not that young. I'm not quite that young. It was I think it was freshman year for me, or it might have even been 8th grade. I'm trying to remember exactly. Wizgid says, Kevin, I was 5. Yeah, I'm not that young. I'm not quite that old either. I think I'm between you guys. I'm much closer to Kevin, though. Much closer to Kevin than to... You were way over there. Alright, I never would have found you. What am I... Oops. Alright. Let's just run it. I don't need to do extra stuff, I don't think. I'm not gonna level again. I don't think I will. I want to finish this. I have an hour. I think I can do it. If I rush the combat, I think I can do it. Alright. Gallows. Here we go. Alright. That's water. Okay. Marcus says, I never seemed to catch the show when it was on, so I've only seen like one episode in its entirety. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He says, Whisket says, I miss 2005 more than I miss 2015 culturally and personally. 2015 was nice. It was nice. I kind of wish I kind of just miss the first half of the naughties as far as culture goes. Or sorry, the first half of the onesies. Like 2010 through 15, that era, that was especially as far as internet culture goes. That's the nice part. That was the nice part of the internet culture. Ooh, that was brutal.
Champion, you've survived.
Whisket says it's actually pretty good. The entirety is on Disney Plus. I don't know if I can see myself going through it. Taking time to go through it, maybe.
The city you claim to protect.
I will entertain a surrender, nothing more.
And what? Then you'll kill him?
Speak if you have something to say.
Revoke the right of annulment, Meredith, before this goes too far. Imprison us if you must. Search the tower. I will even help you. But do not kill us all for an act we did not commit.
The Grand Cleric is dead, killed by a mage. The people will demand retribution, and I will give it to them. Your offer is commendable, Orsino, but it comes too late.
We can still prevent this, before you both tear Kirkwall apart.
You heard her. She's wanted this all along.
I mean, that's true.
You realize this is a cause you cannot hope to win.
I thought freedom from slavery meant something to you.
Yeah, she really is genocidal.
I have changed my mind, human. I will stand with my friend.
Yeah!
As you wish.
We got Edgy Boy back.
I did not ask for your assistance. I suppose I should have expected no less from you, Champion. So be it. You will share the Circle's fate.
So what is it to be, Meredith? Do we fight here?
Go. Prepare your people. The rest of the Order is already crossing the harbor.
This isn't over.
Whisket says this is literally the first time I've heard him speak. Really?
Heed me.
Oh.
The Templars will come.
Kind of like him.
For all
Orsino.
our power, we cannot defeat such an army.
You can't just like
There
an
is only
Inquisitor
one
recognize.
option for us all. Survive. Do not submit. Do not fall on your knees before them.
Huzzah.
Get out of Kirkwall. Spread word to the other circles. They will not get away with this.
Prepare your people, Champion, and then speak with me. If we have any chance of surviving, it will be with your help.
Yeah, yeah, he's got that great point of like if you submit, then you die. They will necessarily, they will absolutely press their advantage to no end. There will be no end in sight. It's submission is death. Kid says he's just doing this as an excuse to make a new player character. Hey, I wouldn't necessarily.
It's hard to look at these apostates and not see Anders.
Ooh,
Andraste
hey.
says we're all children of the Maker, and deserve the freedom to walk by his side or throw ourselves to the void. Still, I can't imagine she would support this chaos.
I'm sorry about the Grand Cleric, but there's much more at stake.
She was a mother to me. To every brother and sister in the Chantry. He never took a moment to get to know her. But not every mage is Anders. We're here to help those who have suffered unduly at our hands. I don't know that we can win this, Hawke. Or even if we should. but I will not turn from you now. You've been a good friend. It will be my honor to fight at your side.
Oh, WizKid, that's not what I was thinking of. I was thinking of something a little more contemporary than the N-words.
Nervous, Hawke?
There's nothing to be afraid of, Varric. We can handle this.
Yep, can.
The scary part is, when you say that, I actually start to believe it. I must be going crazy in my old age.
You know me, Hawke. I'm not one for long goodbyes. I'm not sure we should be doing this. Helping dangerous people run amok. But I'm with you.
Whatever I'm going into, it's good to have you along.
It has been an honor, Hawke. What do you say we put an end to all this waiting around and go meet destiny?
Yeah. I'm gonna save Meryl for the last.
You don't have to be here if you don't want to be.
And if I didn't want to be here, I wouldn't be. Your life would have been easier if you had just cut me out of it. But you stood by me. You defied the Qunari, and fought their Arashok for me, even after I betrayed you.
Whiskin says, we'll see. Hopefully our priest is a good influence. Yes, Father Peacemaker is a good influence. I swear I did not intend for him to go that direction, but it was innate to his character, unbeknownst to me.
You came back to help me. Defending you from the Arashok was the least I could do.
And don't think I'm not grateful for that. I know I don't exactly inspire confidence, but I swear, I'm going to come through for you this time. When you look for me, I'll be fighting at your side.
Good.
They're going to kill us, aren't they?
Yeah, maybe.
The circle will never be the same. Not here, not anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Here I am, about to defend these mages in hopeless battle. You lead me to strange places, Hawke.
This isn't so strange, really. What's one more life or death battle?
An excellent point. Now the battle awaits us. Navia Lerno Victoria. Only the living know victory. Fight well.
Wizard says sometimes characters decide for themselves how they develop. I absolutely agree. It's true. Although the seed of it was there, it was just not obvious. Erica says, I'm foreseeing Orlin making the same mistake as the Inquisitor and immediately trying to purge all the abominations before him before being driven into hiding. Maybe, but he's a little more patient until he decides to act, and then he's all action. So it'll depend if he gets set off immediately or not, I think. Biscuit says, yeah, pirate wench. Yeah, it is. She has her moments.
Captain.
Not for much longer if this goes bad. What a mess. You really put loyalty to the test, you know. Donnic has kept the guard protecting civilians. Meredith will have no support from them.
That's
With
good
luck,
news.
well, let's just say we need some luck.
I never wanted to mess up your life like this.
I think it's something that just sort of happens to friends of yours. Hawke, it's worth it. Let's bust some heads like the old days.
Wizkid saying good old pirate wench. Aveline. Aveline is probably my favorite character in this game, possibly in the series.
Brother, you always seem to find a way to make my life difficult. I should be hunting archdemons, but it feels right to be at your side again.
This is where you should be. The Brothers Hawke.
That won't always be the case. You know that. I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah, that's true.
The world out there. It needs help. But I can start here. Who'd have thought, huh? Two nobodies from Lothering. I wish Mother could have seen us like this. I don't know what she would think about the rest, but
She always knew it would take something like this to bring us together.
I suppose she did. I'm proud to call you brother. That's gone unsaid too long. In war, victory, champion. And whatever else may come.
I love that. It's a little bit of the Warden oath. That's great. Ooh, yay! Guys, fight it out in the comments about Isabella.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Or there's more to do, or...
Yeah, we forgot Fenris's loyalty quest.
To you too.
In a moment, I'll look down and see I have no pants on.
The Champion of Kirkwall going to battle naked. Why can't I ever have that dream? My love.
Okay, sorry.
I love you. Whatever happens, remember that.
This kid says, you take your puritanicalism and shush, she's not so bad. Yes, she is. What are you talking about? I don't have it prepped, but I have a specific version of the bonk meme for Isabella. I don't have it prepped as an overlay, though. It says also, if you didn't make Carver a Grey Warden, you end up killing him, don't you? No, not necessarily. He can actually turn on the Templars, turn on the other Templars, and to join you, which is really neat. It's a really cool moment, but honestly, I like this better. I do still like this better. She does betray everyone, that is true. And every word out of her mouth is talking about men in her pants. Sometimes women in her pants, too, don't forget. She's novel characters. Yeah, Wiz gets a sad no Anders. No, not sad no Anders. Stab Anders. Anders stab. Stab Anders. Remember the whole thing? You know that tragedy? Where all the stories came crashing down? That was a Norm Macdonald reference.
Are you prepared, champion? I believe the battle is almost upon us.
You don't believe there's a chance of winning this fight?
With you on our side? Perhaps. But even if we win, what then? More Templars would come, with even larger armies. We are apostates now. Our only hope lies in the circles elsewhere in Thedas. They could rise up with us against this injustice. I assure you, however, we will find sympathy nowhere else.
Erica says the only thing better with that Anders death is if Hawke took his huge staff and literally beheaded him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nice chopping block. WizKid still says no, big sad Anders. No, still like I don't know if I'm that sadistic about it, Erica. I don't know if I'd go that far. I still miss Anders from Awakening. I really liked Anders in Awakening. He was great in Awakening. He died at the end of that when he became an abomination, when he combined himself with Justice, and when the writers decided that he was going to be a terrorist, weaponizing victimhood and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I don't like what they did with Anders in this game, I will say.
We will defend you as best we can.
I am relieved to hear it. You will need to give orders to your companions.
I just don't like Anders in this game.
For my people.
Dickhead. Alright, everyone is fighting. It's just a matter of who I'm commanding. And who I'm healing and stuff. So honestly, I kind of don't need Varric. I kind of want Aveline, Carver, and Merrill in my actual party.
So what shall the rest of us do?
Fenris, I want you to stay close. Help out when you can.
As you wish.
Isabella, I want you to fight from stealth. Keep them confused.
Nice.
Sounds like fun.
Sebastian, I need you somewhere with a good vantage. Cover us while we move in.
May the Maker favor us now.
Varric, stay out of sight and use your crossbow.
Bianca's ready.
No way! He's gonna use his crossbow?
The Templars know it. You know it. But this is bigger than their hate.
Sorry.
Their fear.
Ruin the moment. Don't want to ruin the
take your
moment.
lives, and we are saying no. We didn't want this, but sometimes you just have to stand.
Champion, it is beginning.
I mean, I'm sympathetic to Anders too, but not to this plight. I'm sympathetic for before, for his downfall, which already happened before the beginning of this game. Oh, the bow dude is Sebastian. He's the Chantry brother. Ooh. Oh. Jeez. Okay. All right, everybody, slow down. Level up. I don't know why it's Templar. Yeah, I don't know what the glitch, the weird glitch happened where he had the wrong specialization. I don't love that, but it's fine. Firestorm! Fireball!
Look at it all. Why don't they just drown us as infants? Why wait? Why give us the illusion of hope? I refuse to keep running. I won't wait for her to kill me.
So Kevin asked, do Templars have some sort of magical resistance? I don't know if they do mechanically. I think so. I kind of get the impression they do. But they do in the lore, right? They're capable of nullifying magic. Right? They take lyrium. They basically ingest lyrium, which is the magic juice, as non-mages, and it makes them capable of using certain techniques to nullify magic. They are specifically trained and magically modified, I guess you could say, to nullify mages and to counteract mages.
Meredith will die long before you do.
I hope.
If only I could believe that. Quentin's research was too evil, too dangerous, so I put it aside. But I see now there is no other way.
Uh-oh. No. No, don't do that.
Meredith expects blood magic? Then I will give it to her. Make her help us all.
No, please don't. No, don't do this. I want to make this a boss fight in D&D, but I don't want to see it. Yeah, WizKid, I don't like where this is going either. Woo. Slow down, everybody. Bunch of flames. Yay, it's Orsino! Hi, Orsino! You look different. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's a little creepy thing. Stop. Go away, creepy thing. Is it? Nope, there it is. Creepy thing. Gross. I don't like it. Get out of here. Gross. Eric says I don't want this to be a boss fight in D&D. Well, I mean...
I'll deal with this!
Why not? Just general unpleasantness, or... Just because it's a little spookerino, or?
I think it's over. Do you think it's over?
Nope. I don't think so. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Look, creepy thing. Stop it. Get out of here. Get. No. That didn't work. WizKid says, here we go. I was hoping it was preventable. It's totally not, unfortunately. Orsino is just goes crazy and goes bad guy. Eric says, I'm seeing this in our Curse of Strahd game done by one person in a town up on the mountain. Do you mean Kretz? Why is he back in his big old body form? I don't like it. Stop it. God, this is a hell of a boss fight. Okay. And this isn't even the final boss, by the way. So do you mean Kretz, or do you mean the Mad Mage? I will say this definitely fits Kretz thematically. I'll say that. Okay. Try not to put spoilers in there. Yeah. Okay. Ew. Yeah. In a town. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh. If that's the case, it could totally end with literally this. Oh, Staff of Violation. Yeah. Staff of Violation, that's great. Orsino's Signet Ring.
What a dreadful end.
Let me see if I can actually equip that to somebody. Maybe Meryl can use the Staff of Violation. No, actually, that's not as good as what she has. So maybe not, never mind. What about the ring? Or any of this crap? Orsino's Signet Ring. No. Everybody's basically fully equipped. Lol joke withheld. Which joke? Wait, did we just... Everyone freaking leveled from that? Holy crap. Okay, here we go. What's this? Nah, that's dumb. That might be nice. Might be handy. Or better, they may become brittle. helps freeze normal enemies. Nah. Nah, I'm gonna go with group heal. Or... yeah, I'm gonna go with group heal. Darn. Wizkid says it's the penultimate boss. What the hell, game? Yeah, it's not even the end boss. There's another boss after this. Your guess is who it is. Now what's coming to? Is it... let's do strength. All the way up. All the way up. On the blow. Magic. No. No. Sure. For the creepy magic. Okay. Am I supposed to just leave? Yep, I'm gonna go leave and fight Meredith, I guess. End boss time. You have a half an hour to do the end boss, which is absolutely batshit crazy, by the way, if you didn't know. Oh, jeez, never mind. Ah, jeez. Okay, this is gonna be, we might be late tonight. What do we think? Do we want to go late, or should I save just the boss fight for 2 weeks from now? Because next week's Thanksgiving. I'm not doing Thanksgiving. I'm not streaming on Thanksgiving. So it would be just the end boss in 2 weeks. I kind of want to finish it. I'm gonna try and rush the combat best I can. Yeah, that's right. I have to get to her first. Yeah, Wizkid, you're absolutely right. Shouldn't be a problem. Should not take too much longer. I think we should be okay. Hi, Sandal. Okay. He just murdered a whole bunch of demons. Okay, so I'm honestly leaning towards wrapping up. Oh god, what? Well, there's a Desire Demon here. Hi, Desire Demon. Be gone, thought! Okay. What? Hey, no! Okay, everyone leave. Let's not do that again. WizKid says he remembers getting to this part and things got rough. Yeah, kind of. I do vaguely recall. Kind of glad I brought 2 tanks, though. Oh god. Erica says Arthur would 100% fall for that trap. It's okay, guys. I can make it across. Door locks and the monster appears, girly screaming. That's exactly what I did. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's true. That's a great trap. Write that down for me. Write that down. This way, really? Oh, hi Sable. What are you doing? Oh, geez, here we go. All right, slow. Knock him over. Rain of fire. Right. Okay, I almost got it. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there.
Everything here is cold. Hard stone. I wish I'd worn shoes with soles now.
That is a hell of a thing to be concerned about, Meryl. Alright. Let's go! I think this is it. I think.
And here we are, champion.
It's a lot of Templars.
At long last.
I imagine you've wanted to be rid of me for some time.
I bear you no ill will. You've done this to yourself. You were never part of this circle, and I tolerated that. But in defending them, you've chosen to share their fate.
Knight Commander, I thought we intended to arrest the champion.
You will do as I command, Cullen.
No. I defended you when Thrask started whispering you were mad. But this is too far.
I will not allow insubordination. We must stay true to our path. You recognize it, do you not? Your lyrium, taken from the deep roads. The dwarf charged a great deal for his prize.
It's the red lyrium idol thing that Bartrand got, by the way.
The idol poisoned Bartrand's mind in the end.
He was weak, whereas I am not.
Demonstrably wrong, but okay.
All of you! I want him dead!
Enough! This is not what the Order stands for. Knight Commander, step down. I relieve you of your command.
My own Knight Captain falls prey to the influence of blood magic. You all have. You're all weak. Allowing the mages to control your minds, to turn you against me. But I don't need any of you. I will protect this city myself.
So yes, it goes even crazier than Orsino, by the way.
Idiot boy.
Yeah, Cullen.
Just like all the others.
Yeah, Cullen. Just wait for the next game. Cullen gets great.
Blessed are those who stand before the corrupt and the wicked, and do not falter!
Okay, so I'm just gonna slow her first. That didn't help much! Oh, jeez. She's still rather quick. Oh, man. Ouch. Wait for it to go crazy, because it's going to go crazy. Don't worry. Here we go, it's crazy time. Erica says, difference, Jesse would not be using the corrupt anythings to fight. That's true. Yeah, it's also very lightsaber-y sounds. I actually really like the lightsaber-y sounds. Also, she can basically fly now. They fly now? They animate giant statues now. She learned to cast animate objects. Yay! The giant statue monster. Yeah, where is it? Why can't I click it? There it is. Okay. Why does this exist? Stop it. Yay, we got one. Leap. Where'd she go? There she is. Okay. Thank you, Erica, for participating in the meme. They fly now. Oh, there she goes. She fly. There comes the other one. Boing. Why? Why? Oh great, there's more coming. The smaller ones are coming. Hooray. Gotta love Meryl's petrification there. That's great. Why is it that these are easier to kill than Meredith? That seems wrong to me. They're giant bronze statues. This should be... Whisket says I forgot about the statue. Not just statue. Statues. It's plural. I don't like whatever she's doing. That doesn't look nice. Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was not good. Stop. Oh, those two are fucking hell. Ow. Now! Stop! Go away! Shoo. Hey. No! What are you doing? No! No, 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 no. What is this? What is this? Hey. Listen, stop. Stop. Stop it. Don't do that. Ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay. God, I love this boss fight. This is so ridiculous. No, that's true. Erica says at least they're not HP sponges like every other enemy in this game. That is true. That is true.
Spare the mages. Give them freedom, and they would use it to tear down everything we hold dear. No, no, it cannot be allowed. I will stop it. Do you hear me?
I mean, they are hit point sponges.
Defeat you.
They are totally hit point sponges. It's just that they're not as spongy as a lot of the other enemies. Their entire purpose is to distract you from the main boss fight. That's what additional enemies are for. So.
I will not be defeated. Make her hate your humble servant.
Huh. Huh. Oops. Don't touch. No, no, Hawke, don't touch. Hawke, don't touch. Don't touch. Ma'am, also don't touch. It's not smart. Not wise.
Word of the slaughter spread quickly. The champion's name became a rallying cry, a reminder that the mighty Templars could be defied. He had defended the mages against a brutal injustice, and many lived to tell the tale. The circles rose up and set the world on fire. More Templars arrived at Kirkwall to restore order, but we were already long gone. We vanished into the hills, and circumstance eventually forced us all to leave the champion's side. Well, all of us except for Merrill. You still hear the stories, of course.
Nice.
With each telling they grow, even if at the core remains the truth. A new legend has been born. So that's it. That's the whole story.
Then Meredith provoked the circle. She was to blame.
Or that damned idol was. Or Anders. Take your pick.
Even so, had the champion not been there...
It might never have even gone that far.
I see.
So how is
The
hearing...
Kunari also might have taken over, so there's that.
You've already lost all the circles. In fact, haven't the Templars rebelled as well? I thought you decided to abandon the Chantry to hunt the mages.
Not all of us desire war, Varric. Please, if you know where the champion is, you must tell me. He is a hero. A man that the mages would listen to. Someone who was there at the beginning. The champion could stop this madness before it's too late. He may be the only one who can.
Is that what this is all about? In that case, I wish I could help you.
Just tell me one thing, then. Is the champion dead?
Oh, I doubt that.
Then you are free to go, Varric. May the Maker watch over you during the dark times ahead of us.
Same to you, Seeker. Same to you.
It's Hawke's house. It was Hawke's house all along.
Did you? Gone. Just like the Warden.
That is no coincidence.
So, do we proceed with the original plan? Or keep looking?
It is in the Maker's hands now. We put our faith in him.
And this leads us right into Dragon Age Inquisition. And that's Dragon Age 2. That was fantastic. I always... Dragon Age 2 gets such a bad rap, unfortunately. And I really do think that Dragon Age 2 might even be the strongest entry in the series. Story-wise, if nothing else. Honestly, the story of all three of the games is really good, but this is just spectacular. The story of Hawke as this just sort of accidental hero, but goddamn is he a hero? It's pretty good. It's pretty darn good. Despite the various weird gameplay issues, I'm gonna stop the music so I don't get it copy struck, because it probably will. Despite me talking over it, we'll see. We'll see if I need to fight a claim there. So what do you think? We got 10 minutes, apparently. I actually finished this game early. That's crazy. We got 10 minutes. Do we want to do the tapestry and actually put things in so we can then immediately just import straight to Inquisition after Thanksgiving? Because we're not playing next week. We're not doing this Thursday. We are doing Greedfall on Monday, so I hope to see you then. But Thursday is Thanksgiving, so I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving, of course. But we're not doing this. I'm not going to be streaming after Thanksgiving dinner, sorry. I got plans. But what do you guys think? First of all, do we want to stick around for the rest of the 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, and actually do the Dragon Age Keep stuff? Or do we want to move right along, and I'll do that off stream and upload it and that sort of thing? All right, yeah, let's do it. Okay, cool. Let me log in, and then let me make us a new capture screen. So just give me one moment. Display capture. Hey, whoa, hello, not that one. The other one. The other one. This one. There it is. Okay, I'll turn this off, and I'll move it down, and I'll turn it off for the moment. Hold on, not that one. That. I'll turn it off for the moment. Hold on, I gotta sign in while I do that. So yeah, we have to figure out, we have to input everything. Gotta log in. All right, so Dragon Age Keep. This is where we input our game, where we update our world state. Yeah, that's the one. Proceed. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. Cool. So we already did Origins. Move on to Dragon Age 2. Hero is Garrett Hawke. Diplomatic. Yes, diplomatic. Uh-oh, I'm loading. I'm stuck in a loading loop. Oh boy. Overall, so Eric, a good question. My philosophical thoughts on this is that this kind of conflict was kind of inevitable. and by kind of inevitable, I mean it was inevitable insofar as it was Carver became a Grey Warden. It was inevitable insofar as it was brought about by partially the actions of the two parties involved, but then there was that flashpoint, and that's what every conflict is always waiting for. Okay, right. Rescued. Yeah, she did. She returned. Fenris is alive, yep. That's right. I'll stay with Hawke. Merrill alive and well. Did not destroy the Alluvion. And was executed. Didn't approve of that. Wait, there's an option to approve? What? Jesus. Okay, fine. Jeez. Anyway, but yeah, this is Evelyn did marry Dalek. This is one of those things where I think that it's where there can be a massive. I don't think we made Talos angry. Where there's a massive. There's a conflict brewing just below the boiling point, right? And we joined the mercenaries. And right as it's about to hit a boiling point, somebody does something crazy. Sided with Lorias, found Malcolm's will. Yeah, okay, good. Yep, that's right. Legacy. Alright, Act 1. Fought against Templars? Wait, what? In Act 1? Convince them to leave. Yeah. I remember that. That was a while ago. That was a long time ago. Didn't return the cargo. No, we didn't. Who's Kador? Who's Keldor? Oh no, we killed him. That was the serial killer guy. Didn't return Seamus to the Viscount. Yeah, we did. Guinness. Guinness. What conflict rather than have? Yeah, no, that was right. Killed Danzig. Slavery leader. Yeah, we killed Danzig. We did. We told him about his wife's death. But yeah, I do think that is that's a big deal when there's something just boiling under the surface like this, and then somebody like Anders goes absolutely crazy. No, we kept the secret. Iduna. Who's Iduna? No, she didn't die. That's right. That was the blood mage, the whore. Vainrail to the Dalish. Defend Gatogen. Karen was reinstated. Who's Karas? Karas and his group of Templars. No, we didn't. No, we didn't kill him. Okay, cool. That's Act 1. So, killed Gascard. No, we didn't. Gascard de Bouy. No, we didn't kill him. Yeah, he's unsavory, but we didn't kill him. So yeah, I think that you need a catalyst for major world historic events like this, and Anders was that. And I do think that the tensions would have just continued to bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble and bubble, or something could have maybe resolved the conflict. No, he died. We had to kill him. We had to kill that guy. Hid inside Patrice, that's right. Didn't discover looters and Hubert's caravans. Yeah, we did. I don't remember this. Yevon. I don't think we even encountered Yevon. Wizkid says Anders was basically Gavrilo Princep in this situation. Who is that? That's not ringing a bell. Javaris was framed for the theft of Gatlok. Hawke still held him responsible. No. We allowed him to leave. And went after the real Gatlok thief. That's right. Lieutenant Harley, the raiders. Broke off the attack was complete. Yeah, we worked with the defenders. That's right. Fenris was freed and left for Tevinter. Yep, we killed the Arashok. Sure did. We sure did. Oh, the guy who assassinated Ferdinand? Oh, I forgot his name entirely. Helped the Nuncio. We helped the Nuncio, but we let Zevran go. We handed over the conspirators to Orsino. Yep. We did encounter Nathaniel Howe. We helped him. Yeah, the guy who shot Franz Ferdinand. Okay, yeah. We reunited Charade and Cantwell. We allowed Emile. Oh yeah, Emile de Lancey. Yeah, we let him go. That was the guy when Meryl said the thing about having the right bits. We sided with the mages. We let Karen go. We did not kill... Yeah, we did kill the dragon. We killed the dragon at Bone Pit. Yeah, we let Karen go. Okay. That's it? That's it? That's it. Wowzers. That's it. That's Dragon Age 2. Hot damn. All right. That's Dragon Age 2. That right there was our tapestry for Dragon Age 2. Now we can watch it. I mean, we can. We got a little... Well, I mean, we're out of time, but I guess we can. Dragon Age 2. How do we watch this thing? I do need to export it. I'll do that over while I'm not on stream. That takes a while. That does some stuff. Can I watch it? How do I watch it? How do we watch it? Watch my tapestry. Play. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm gonna shut up for a little bit and let's watch our tapestry of Dragon Age 2. Watch our story as told by Varric. All right. Let's disappear me real quick. Ooh. Boop.
If you believe the stories, mankind's pride gave rise to the Darkspawn. Countless in number and toxic to all life. It all began in Kirkwall, the fall of Knight Commander Meredith, the Kunari Uprising, and of course, the Chantry's destruction and the onset of Mage Rebellion. One person always stood amidst the swirling chaos, Hawke, the Champion of Kirkwall. The Hawke family fled Lothering, refugees from the Blight. Leandra, mother of the Champion, and siblings Bethany and Carver hoped to find refuge at her family's estate in Kirkwall, far to the north. As a mage with a family legacy of magic on both sides, Hawke naturally became involved in the events that ultimately led to the Mage Rebellion. The Hawkes escaped the Blight with the help of Aveline Valen, a warrior and family friend. It's said that the family was also aided by Flemeth, the notorious Witch of the Wilds. Hawke's sister Bethany never reached the free marches. She was killed by Darkspawn while defending her family. The family's first years in Kirkwall were difficult. Leandra's brother Gamlin had lost the family fortune. The Hawkes lived in poverty, forced to indenture themselves in return for entrance to the city. To pay off the debt, Hawke was forced to work for a band of mercenaries. All the while, Hawke and Carver did their best to hide Hawke's magic from the Templars. Opportunity eventually struck in the form of a dwarf named Bartrand Tethras, who was planning an expedition to the Deep Roads. It was a long shot, but with gold gained from the expedition, Hawke could free the family from its criminal creditors and further Templar scrutiny. Hawke met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawke obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Out of concern for his safety, Hawke insisted that Carver stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition. Hawke did find ancient dwarven treasure, but the group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawke learned that Carver had joined the Templars, pursuing his own fate instead of living in his sibling's shadow. The gold Hawke recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawkes had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. Hawke met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawke obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Out of concern for his safety, Hawke insisted that Carver stay in Kirkwall rather than accompany the expedition.
No.
Hawke did find ancient dwarven treasure.
I'll fix that later.
The group also stumbled upon a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Upon returning to the surface, Hawke learned that Carver had joined the Templars, pursuing his own fate instead of living in his sibling's shadow.
There we go, that's better. Okay, cool. Fixed it.
Hawke met a rogue Grey Warden named Anders, who possessed detailed maps of the Deep Roads. These maps were crucial to the expedition's success. Once Hawke obtained them, everything else fell quickly into place. Carver joined Hawke on the expedition. The siblings found ancient dwarven treasure and a statuette formed from a strange red lyrium. Carver fell victim to the blight that suffuses the Deep Roads, but Anders led him to a group of Grey Wardens who were able to save his life. The gold Hawke recovered from the Deep Roads brought back Leandra's stately childhood home in Hightown. The Hawkes had barely settled into their new home when Leandra was murdered. A deeply sinister and twisted killing. Hawke hunted down Quentin, the blood mage responsible, but could not prevent Leandra's death. Leandra's tragic death was part of a critical problem facing Kirkwall. Rising tension between the city's mages, who felt increasingly oppressed, and Templars, who grew increasingly suspicious of their activities. Adding to the strain, a large contingent of Qunari had also established themselves in Kirkwall, much to the growing discomfort of the city's rulers. After their dreadnought was shipwrecked many years before, a group of stranded Qunari were allowed to remain in a cordoned-off area in Lowtown. As time passed, the Qunari made no effort to return home and offered no explanation about why they remained. Tensions rose to a breaking point. Revered Mother Patrice, convinced the Qunari were a threat to the Chantry's faith, incited violence between the Qunari and the Kirkwall populace. Hawke knew that Patrice would bring about unnecessary conflict. Though the champion tried to stop her, Patrice orchestrated the murder of Seamus Dumar, a Viscount's son and a recent convert to the Qun. When her crime was discovered, a Qunari assassin killed her. After Seamus was murdered, the Arishok of the Qunari group lost patience with the humans of Kirkwall. They would now submit to the Qun or die. The Qunari struck hard and fast. They took the palace in Hightown and beheaded the Viscount to immediately quash any resistance. Aided by Knight Commander Meredith and First Enchanter Orsino, Hawke reached the palace and stood toe-to-toe with the fearsome Qunari leader. Hawke fought the Qunari leader. The fierce battle resulted in the Arishok's death and the liberation of Kirkwall from its brief occupation. The Qunari quickly withdrew from the city entirely. Hawke saved Kirkwall and earned the grudging respect of the city's Templars, mages, and nobility, along with the title that history remembers, the Champion of Kirkwall. Kirkwall's problems were still not over, however. After Viscount Dumar's death, Knight Commander Meredith took power and blocked all attempts to appoint a new Viscount. Under Meredith's command, the Templars tightened their grip on the mages, planning to suppress what Meredith saw as a growing rebellion. Anders, who spent years fighting for justice and freedom for his fellow mages, saw that the time for negotiation was past. He destroyed Kirkwall's chantry, killing hundreds, including Grand Cleric Elthina. This single act began a rebellion that spread from circle to circle, until all circles of Magi had risen up in defiance against chantry rule. There was no forgiveness for what Anders had done, and he asked for death at Hawke's hands. Hawke fulfilled the troubled mage's final request, and many others died along with Anders that day. Fighting spread swiftly through the city. Some mages rebelled openly, many of them succumbing to possession. Templars turned their swords on mages who rebelled, and on those who did not. As First Enchanter Orsino refused to bend to the Templars, Knight Commander Meredith demanded that every mage in Kirkwall be put to the sword. Hawke saved many mages from Templar blades, keeping them from succumbing to possession or the temptations of blood magic. In the end, however, Hawke was forced to strike down Orsino, who had betrayed his own values by resorting to blood magic himself. The battle proved one thing. Knight Commander Meredith had gone mad. Hawke saw the truth of it when Meredith unsheathed her sword, and the red lyrium idol from the deep roads was embedded within it. The blade fueled her hatred and paranoia, as it had for months. After a horrific battle, the red lyrium of the Knight Commander's sword consumed her as she died. Meredith became a statue, her face a frozen mask of horror. Little is known of the champion since that final battle. However, Hawke's story lives on in legend and song. Memories of the indelible changes the Champion of Kirkwall brought to the face of Thedas. The Mage Rebellion in Kirkwall
Oh, there we go. Hello. Okay, we're back. All right, we're unmuted. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. Anyway, we're back. I'm gonna, as I was saying before I realized I was muted. I'm gonna re-record all of that whole thing, and put it together as its own separate thing, as its own separate video, and I'll throw it into the playlist, just like I did with the one for Origins. And I'll put it into one of the other of the, into all of the Dragon Age playlists. I'll put it in the Dragon Age 2 one, and I'll put it in the Dragon Age overarching one as well. So if you guys want to have another look, this time corrected without the whole Carver is a Templar thing, that mistake, and without the ad popping up here. Sorry, that's my antivirus. It gives me ads. Sorry, that's anyway. But yeah, We'll go ahead and throw that up there eventually at some point and put that together. So, yeah. Eddie, you're doing an okay job at convincing me to Sword and Board. But, I have 2 weeks to decide. Because like I mentioned, I'm not going to be streaming on Thanksgiving night. I'm not streaming after Thanksgiving dinner. I got other plans. I got stuff going on, so I'm not going to be doing that. We are going to be here Monday, so I hope to see you guys Monday for more Greedfall. WizKids hates antivirus. I like my antivirus. It's great. It's great software. I forget what it's called, I'm not shilling for them. I'm not getting paid or anything, but I actually like it. It's pretty good. It just shows ads in the bottom corner of my screen sometimes over here, but whatever. It's the free version, which is worth it. In any case, I got 2 weeks to decide because we are not playing next week. We are transitioning right after Thanksgiving. The next Thursday, we're coming back to Dragon Age Inquisition. And we will, by then, decide on a class. Or we'll decide spur of the moment as we're doing character creation. I don't know, man. I don't know. I hate this decision. I really hate this decision. In part because I just like playing mages. And I like the plight of the mages and all that stuff. WizKid says Noah said Noah Calder Noah Calder Gervais, right? Said that lore-wise the only thing that makes sense is elf mage, so take that as you will. Only if you're romancing the egg. Oh, you hate their pop-ups. Okay, that's fair. Only if you're romancing the egg, if you know what I mean. If you're not romancing the egg, doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Honestly, lore-wise, it makes much more sense to play a human female especially. Honestly, I hate to admit it, but a human non-mage makes the most sense, really. Human non-mage makes the most sense. Human female non-mage makes the most sense because you're the Herald of Andraste. You are the Herald of Andraste. You are the representative of the Chantry, basically. It's a human faith. It is a female-centric faith. It makes perfect sense to be a human woman. Anyway, that's food for thought. Also, the Chantry is not super mage-friendly. It's neat. There's some cool interplay with being a mage. Also, I gotta say, romancing Cullen as a mage really completes his arc. Really completes his arc in a way that it doesn't otherwise. So another thought. Anyway, yeah, I am leaning a little towards human female sword and board. That said, you get two really, really good sword and shield companions. Whereas your two-handed melee damage companion, Iron Bull, isn't actually that great when it comes down to combat, ironically. He's cool. He's a great character. He dies really easily. So it might actually be better to do, what's it called? To do two-handed? I don't know if I would like to play two-handed, though. That's the other thing. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll look at some stuff. Maybe I'll put up a poll or two and see what everybody else thinks and that sort of thing. Anyway. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining me for Dragon Age 2. Thank you for joining me for Dragon Age Origins. And I hope to see you again Monday. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving break and a wonderful Thanksgiving if I don't see you on Monday. So, hopefully I'll see you Monday for Greedfall. And then the next Monday for Greedfall, and then the Thursday after that, hopefully I will see you for Dragon Age Inquisition. So, with that, wish everybody a good night. See you next time.